Hi, I'm Courtney Hatfield. I'm a freshman here at DU. I'm majoring in biological sciences, but I think I'm also going to add a business major in there. I actually own a business back in my hometown, so that kind of made me want to branch off into the business side of things. I'm from Eugene, Oregon. One thing that's kind of cool about me is I actually grew up on a ranch. My family and I raise beef cattle, so that's pretty interesting. I'm a twin. My twin sister goes to Montana State. She's also a freshman. Another interesting fact is my family and I actually rodeo. I was captain of my high school's equestrian team. I don't actually have a very extensive background in philosophy. I did take a philosophy class in high school, and it was like philosophy across the world. It basically focused on religion and more of like the ethics side of like water crises and things like that. I don't really know very much about philosophy. I do know like the definition and the branches of philosophy, but that's one of the things I'm kind of most excited about for taking this class is actually learning more about philosophy and seeing like why it interests very many people. I found a couple things on the syllabus pretty interesting that I'm excited that we're going to look at. The COVID pandemic, looking at the ethics specifically, I do know that there was many different opinions from like all over the globe, and being born and raised in Eugene, I saw pretty much mostly just Eugene, Oregon people's opinions, so it's kind of exciting to hear like the rest of the class's opinions and seeing like what went on across the globe, not just in my hometown. I think I'm actually most excited to look at the ethics of human gene editing. I don't know very much about it, but I do know that it's a very controversial subject across the globe. And I have my own opinions, but I also don't know very much, so I can't have very strong opinions. So I'm excited to look at what exactly goes into it and like why people have these strong opinions. So as a freshman, I didn't actually know which type of classes I needed to take or anything like that. So while I was looking at like the classes that were offered, I actually came across this class and I was like, whoa, that seems really interesting. I hope I can take it. And I was looking through and it actually filled one of my requirements. So I was like, I'm definitely going to sign up. I'm most excited to take this class, especially because one day I want to become like an ER doctor or a surgeon. I definitely want to go into healthcare 100%. So I feel like having this background in the biomedical ethics will help with like my application to medical school someday. Knowing these things will help with my treating every patient fairly. Even though there's so many different opinions and that's what kind of plays into the ethics, I think that knowing like the bare bone why people think certain ways will help me form opinions and help me treat patients fairly. What I think biomedical ethics is in 2023 is actually like the legal and like what people think is ethical or not in healthcare. Specifically, one of the reasons why I decided to take this class, my ex-stepmom actually has ALS, and she's currently going through the process of a medical assisted suicide because she has very little life left to live. And in the state of Oregon, it's still legal, but in very many other states, it's not. And it depends on what people think. Do they think it's ethical? Do they think it breaks the code that doctors have to sign to? So I really think biomedical ethics is there a fine line between what is legal and what is just ethical, and is there a way that you can add your opinion into these ethical and legal things but not cross a line. One of the things that's very specific to 2023 is specifically the COVID pandemic. I know religion played a lot into whether people were getting vaccinated and things like that. So there is a fine line between legal and ethical, but there's also people's opinions, their religion, things like that. And it's very hard in a new age where everyone is so open and welcoming that you have to be open to everyone's opinion. So where does the fine line in healthcare specifically on what is right and wrong?